One, two, three, 4, 5. Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Hollie.
Thank you.
Welcome, Joe. Welcome, Luke, to the GDC FM podcast, Series 3, Episode 1.
Interview 1.
Big deal.
Yeah, it is a big
Wow.
It's a big deal, yeah.
It is. I know.
Privileged
it's
and honoured.
Yeah, good.
Thank you.
Good.
It's important to understand the gravitas of the situation.
I do. I really do.
Because this could fly. This could be.
This could be the big break.
That thing that just pushes over the edge. You know what I mean?
It's over there,
Exponential. So Hollie, great to have you here. And you have recently been flying around the world, spreading the good vibes off the back of an album. I understand. So the album, how you feeling about it? How long ago did it go out, and what you've been up to?
It came out about 2 months ago, just under 2 months ago now, and I'm feeling very relieved. Do you ever get that when it's like it's out there in the world and it's just kind of a pure relief feeling that is also mixed with various positive, joyful emotions as well.
Brilliant.
It's been real nice. I did a little tour, just got back about a week ago. So yeah, we being myself, these lovely boys, the General Roots band, and also General Roots were opening as well.
Oh, wicked.
So it was a
Cheaper,
party.
innit?
Yeah. Saving wherever we can. It's been successful.
Yeah, quality.
Yeah.
And one thing that I always love about first taking tunes that you've been in the studio onto the road with is how different how they develop within that live process. Has there been any tunes that you had of the album which have just absolutely smashed it live? Maybe you weren't expecting it or have really developed.
Yeah. There have been a couple that we have kind of getting into as I guess the gigs go on as well, and you kind of get more, you sort of play more subconsciously, and
you get
it's
into
all
your
a bit
flow
more natural.
state.
Yes, exactly.
Singing from the subconscious. I like
Eyes
that.
closed and all that.
Just swimming around while everyone else is dancing. I wanted to ask one more question actually, because someone asked me this the other day. I thought it was a really interesting one, so I want to throw over to you. It's what's been your best musical experience? So that could be as a performer, or it could be as a fan, or it could be as someone that keeps their radio on while they sleep at night.
Best musical performance, yes. When you're...
It doesn't have to be a performance. It
could
be, it could be a close-up
that's
on
the
a lava
thing,
lamp. It doesn't matter.
That is always nice.
Just when you've got it right up in there, there's nothing else going on. I always enjoyed that from the music visualizer on iTunes. Did you ever do that? Well, that was everything. Anyway, come on.
I had a very euphoric experience to Wuthering Heights by Kate Bush once. I was just in my room. Nice. I was on a concoction of antibiotics and other medication.
Brilliant.
And it worked out really nicely. It's been one I've never forgotten. So I'll throw that one in there.
Maybe we could throw this over to Joe over here. Joe Price, guitarist, General
Please, Pricey.
Oh man, that's hard. I suppose one of them would be most recently, actually, in India.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
With Gentleman's Dove Club. Yeah.
What happened there?
Were you a fan in the crowd? Were you there?
Yeah.
You were there, sort of physically.
I was there physically, yeah. Mentally, not so much. But even due to my tired state and it being my first drum gig with you guys,
and the first time you played in like 6 years or something, played drums.
I think so, something like that. Yeah, something silly. But I think I just sat on the stool and I had a moment where I was thinking, I'm in India, really hungover, doing this, and there's drones flying over filming it, and
that was weird, wasn't it?
And my mates running around in suits
inside a giant dragon.
I remember thinking like I could literally be at home on the sofa watching the telly.
What is it?
I'm doing this.
Doing that. Bloody stuck out.
Yeah, missing Corey. But no, that even though I felt physically knackered, I remember feeling very lucky to be doing that, and just surreal, really.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
surreal was definitely the word.
And then the adversity as well.
Yeah, and then I was proper getting into the high grade dub, and then the police came and cut the PA.
Oh,
that was a bit of a
that
downer.
was it, yeah.
But
there you go. Always ruining
Might be
everyone's
the last
fun.
person to
No.
experience that.
Babylon.
Lukey,
5-8, sorry.
Luke Allwood,
Just
keys player.
just because I've got a
Trying to reach.
lasting image of Joe in my head from that show, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
And looking over, you look like you were sort of at the reins of some sort of giant horse-led chariot. Do you know what I mean? Like just like flailing around, like absolutely like fighting off gladiators. Your face was so animated; it was brilliant. Your hair was quite long at the time as well, so it was flicking around like fire and
So is that your favourite experience? Watching Joe?
Exactly. Just like Big Brother, like little peep show, maybe perhaps. I don't want to steal his
no.
experience.
It's a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah. The whole day was quite a good one. But a couple spring to mind, perhaps having ailments like Joe was saying, like having pneumonia during
We're talking about our best.
Sorry,
experience.
it's linked.
We get
Sorry,
a
best.
doctor
Is
in.
it best?
There's a walk-in centre.
Oh, yeah.
down the road. If you wanna go.
Due an appointment actually. We're doing best. Oh yeah, okay, hang on. So I just had like sort of quite mind-blowing experiences, I guess. So
okay.
one springs to mind. I don't know, I was doing a gig in Moscow, and I got so overcome with nerves that I had to start the whole show off on the keys, and as I embarked on it, I started to just swim and get that sort of angst thing coming over. I've never had that before.
Wow.
And I thought I was going to faint in front of many people's. That just came to mind for some reason.
Okay,
that was quite overwhelming experience, musical experience.
Okay.
But then really good
body.
because I overcame it and I really enjoyed it. So when you don't,
when you don't die.
that's it. I think it's overcoming.
It makes you stronger.
Makes you stronger. Thank you.
Okay, well
Brilliant,
that's interesting, isn't it?
We got right into the deep end. I love it.
Yeah, that's good stuff. All right, so I'm just going to fire a few questions. Hollie, do you prefer the 80s or the 90s, and why?
I prefer the 90s because I was more present. I was in the 90s between the age of 6 and 16. No, not that young.
That'll do.
For the mathematicians
Something
out
like
there, you could also just check
so
on Wikipedia.
I remember it
Yeah.
way better than the 80s. I was only around for a small portion of the 80s.
Okay.
So that would be why, because
Yeah.
I was mostly alive and present in the
Right,
90s.
okay.
So, yeah.
Good. All right. Okay. What about? Okay. What is the best thing?
That's it. That is it. That is the question. What is the best thing?
What's the best thing?
I mean, it's either friends or pasta.
Or pasta with friends.
Pasta with
Pasta
friends.
with friends is the best thing.
Pricey, the best thing?
Well, I was going to say, it was going to be falafel or making music with friends.
Right. Okay.
After having a falafel, which I just did. So
right. So you're doing the best thing.
I'm living
right
the
now.
dream.
Okay.
Wow.
Luke?
Best thing.
The best
Google
thing.
search. 'Cause
Right,
I could just
yeah,
search
okay.
what's the best thing.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
Wow,
That's quite meta,
nice.
right?
yeah,
Nice,
keep
yeah.
the cycle.
It's an answer within an answer.
Exactly. Feedback.
If you had one wish, what would it be? A genie.
Well,
Yeah, it's that sort of
You're
thing.
right.
exactly. Yeah.
If anything, you're sort of subverting the whole thing, but
Making
that's
a
cool.
mockery of it.
Next question. In fact, this could go for all three of you. If you could get an actor to play you in a biopic film of your own life, who would you get? And you can include the other members of the band in this as well.
Interesting. If you really want to go there,
Yep.
it has been difficult for me to choose because, unfortunately, there is not a vast diversity.
Right, yeah.
in the industry,
Right,
or
we
there
can really get into
wasn't.
the-
I remember
the
being
bottom of
asked
this.
this about 15 years ago,
Really, right, yeah.
and I was like, I got no one,
Yeah.
sadly.
Yeah.
Who is it now still? Probably, I'm going to have to remember her name. It's Kiersey someone.
Okay.
Kiersey, hold the phone on that.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe you
Her
could
name is
ask Google
Kiersey.
over here.
Yeah, Google.
Get on it, Luke.
But anyway, she's
Okay.
super cute.
Okay,
so.
what's she been in?
She's been in a couple of Netflix series. That's all I've got.
Okay, all right,
That's all I
cool.
got
We'll
right
look
now.
that up.
Yeah, yeah,
Pricey?
yeah.
Sean Connery.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I don't think Luke really needs to answer. We could probably ask
Roger Moore.
for him. Yeah, it's Roger Moore. Yeah, it's not just Roger Moore. It's if we could find a somewhere between Roger Moore and
Tim Henman. So that's Luke. Right, next question.
I resent that. So that's on record.
Okay, on the. Okay, so yeah, we want to ask everyone that we get in for interviews two things. We want a series recommendation and a recipe to share with the people at home.
Righto. Series
What you got?
recommendation, I would go for Mr. Robot.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that.
I highly recommend
Yeah,
it.
really.
It's it runs deep
Yeah.
from kind of political conspiracy theories to mental health and illness and
Wow.
like a whole load of you got to keep up. It's fast
yeah.
paced and there's a whole ton of like coding, hacking,
Are you a
internet
closet
stuff
hacker?
that I. No.
it's just, I wish you were. That would have been brilliant. wouldn't it?
Under the radar, masquerading as a reggae singer.
Yeah. Reel 'em right in.
Who would guess?
Reel 'em in. Yeah.
Pricey?
I think it's not usually my sort of avenue, but I did enjoy one called Taboo recently. It's
Taboo.
on
Great
BBC.
hell.
BBC, it's Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Kind of set in, I suppose it's Victorian times in London, and it's very, you see a lot of sort of run-down London by the docks, and it's all very, very regal and.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's kind of there's
it's
lots
a
of
brilliant
like
show, that.
crooks in it and like shady characters and
It's brilliant. Not enough taboos though. I didn't think.
no,
I'm saying,
yeah,
I was
it's-
expecting
yeah, a
some
bit
really
more action, but I think,
controversial.
I think they left it for a second one. So yeah, and
Okay.
Tom Hardy's cool. I like him.
Yeah, he's good, isn't he?
He's good, isn't he?
Yeah, oh, he's lovely. He's tasty.
Yeah, he's really rough around the edges.
Lukey, what are you saying?
Tough choice. I'd have to go with. I just watched one recently called "The End of the Fucking World."
Okay.
Doesn't say fucking,
Sorry,
so I think
this
that'd be a bit
is,
rude. Sorry, excuse me.
It's
You
fine.
Bleep that out.
It's fine, you
maybe.
can swear.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Swearing forum. And it's really it's a touching little series, but
So what's it actually called?
The End of the Fucking World.
Okay.
Yeah.
Less swearing. please.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Don't say fuck or bugger.
Yeah, what's it about?
It's about these
Clues
two.
in the title?
Not really, actually. No, quite misleading as well. Sorry about that. But it's two quite young, teenagers who sort of start this kind of oddly paired relationship, just a random one. It's over like the course of 3 days how their lives turn from mundane to like the world's about to end in their eyes.
Wow.
And it's
Heavy.
really, really good. It's
Sounds
really
like
cool.
life as a teenager.
It's
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Nice, good
Yeah.
recommendation.
Cool.
Yeah, if anyone
It's
wants to
great.
check any of those out,
Can
all
we
on
just right in
Netflix.
saying that producer Danny has just found the answer. Yeah.
Right, there you go.
Kiersey Clemens.
Kiersey
very,
Clemens.
very cute.
Okay, cool.
And very
Kiersey
nice.
Clemens,
very
Sean
nice
Connery, and
actor.
Roger Moore.
Exactly.
That is,
Yeah,
yeah.
probably more Henman than more, to be honest. Or more Henman or Henman more.
Moore playing Henman or Henman playing Moore. Anyway, so quickly, just to wrap up, recipe. What are we saying?
Recipe. I mean, I will not pretend to be an avid chef of any kind.
Come
I
on,
love
you know what you're
I
doing.
do love to cook.
Yeah, okay.
My go-to would normally be a chickpea curry.
Wow,
Yes.
nice.
Yeah, yeah.
You can
Well, we
literally
talked
spices.
that up.
throw anything on your spice rack into that. I would sweat some onions down
Okay.
with some coconut oil. Love to cook with a coconut oil. Stick a lid on that straight away. Yeah. That's nice. Sweat those down, put a bit of salt in there, a bit of paprika, cumin, coriander, maybe chop up a few tomatoes and get that like juicy and saucy.
Yeah.
A touch of hot water maybe.
Okay.
And then keep adding water as you go, and hopefully, like, if you've got enough spices in there, it gets nice and thick. And then you add your chickpeas, maybe half a tin of tomatoes, maybe. It's not that necessary.
Okay.
I like to chop up some garlic and ginger in there as well. All very good.
Have you ever made the mistake of getting the dried chickpeas?
Oh no! Well, you see, that is also very important. Is that
bloody
I exclusively use chickpeas from a jar.
Right.
No canned.
That's
chickpeas.
the reggae in
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
There it is.
Vital
there
is
it is.
vital.
Yeah, chickpeas from jar. Keep adding water.
Keep adding water.
Maybe a bit of veggie stock.
Yeah.
Pop on a bit of quinoa or
Yeah.
brown rice, or maybe some barley.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
And, just let it simmer away.
Yeah.
Add a bit more water and it gets nice and juicy and thick, and
Wicked.
probably some chili as well at the end.
Yeah.
And you can
Just at the end, you wouldn't
at
put
the
that in
end.
with the onions
Oh,
and
maybe
stuff.
she's giving it.
No, just double
Either
check.
way, depends. I'd forgotten. You know, just like literally whatever you find, you
Yeah.
can just kind of chuck it in there
Yeah.
as you go. And then I'd probably end by chucking in a bag of spinach and wilting that down into it, just nice.
Solid.
And then if you
Solid.
like, you can top it off with a bit of feta at the end.
Okay.
Oh, lovely. And then you get on the phone to your friends and invite
And
them
you
round.
invite-
Yeah.
around.
Play a bit of music, eat a bit of food. The best thing.
Oh my
right?
God.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll actually, if we we're going to put that up on the Instagram. If you could write that down,
absolutely.
that would be great.
No probs.
Yeah. Right. Well,
We got to wrap it up, mate.
we got to wrap it up.
Oh, wow.
It's been awesome having you guys. Do you want to do a quick plug for anything? Tour, like
There's going to
online
be
stuff?
plenty of festivals coming up,
Wicked.
a few of which have already been announced, being Witchwood, Rotterdam, Reggae Sunscar, few others that are going to be announced. I've got some exciting announcements in the next week or so.
So keep on the
stay
website
tuned
or
to the old
Instagram or whatever.
Instagram and Facebook, all those classic social media
Okay.
Rotterdam.
platforms.
Have you played there before?
I did play there once before, and I'm extremely
You should
elated to be
See if we
invited
can
back.
go for a few days. Yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
I'm quite up for it too, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been waiting for the call.
Thanks very much, guys. Yeah, guys, get on the phone. Hollie Cook, Joe Price, Luke Allwood, General Roots, Hollie Cook. Let's go. Nice one.
And
Cheers.
you're going to play us out, right?
We are going to play.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What
Yeah,
song are you going to do to
absolutely.
play us out? Did you know yet?
No.
Excellent. Brilliant.
Okay, we'll cut, and then when we return, it'll all be set up and perfect.
Yeah.
All right, wicked. Thanks, guys.
I'm Hollie Cook, and this is Stay Alive.
I should have known it wouldn't be easy. The moment you feed me, you carelessly please me. Breaking the bones we're meant to be making. My mind is replacing the hearts I've been chasing. Speaking in the same tongue. Am I still the only one wasting my time? In darkness we shine, trying to stay alive, trying to stay alive, trying to stay alive, trying to stay alive. Standing alone, it feels like I'm falling. When I hear you calling, my cool heart is soaring. Running so slow, I see your reflection. My only connection is in your direction. singing in the same time. Are we still the only ones who let our minds thrive beneath the dark sky, trying to stay alive, trying to stay alive, trying to stay alive, trying to stay alive, singing in the same time. Glad I'm not the only one. Am I still the only one? Singing in the same time. Are we still the only ones who let our minds thrive beneath the dark sky,